Sitzler. From the back of a ute in the desert of Central Australia during the 1950s to a 21st century industry leader with the latest design and construction technology, the Sitzler story is remarkable. It is a story that embodies the grit and determination needed to be part of the growth and development of the Northern Territory.
My father Peter and his brother Paul started Sitzler in 1957. The company started in Alice Springs and has been going ever since, which is for over 50 years. I started work for the company in 1986 after working during many school holidays as a younger kid in some of the building sites that we were operating in Alice Springs.
I joined Sitzler's in 1984, which is a long time ago now. It was a small company, had a very good reputation back then, had a reputation as a company that did the right thing by its people and had a sound reputation for doing the right thing by its clients as well.
We developed a great interest in Ayers Rock Resort, or Yulara. We were involved in the whole tourist resort development from day one.
The scope of Sitzler's work is impressive by any measure, with everything from large industrial construction to residential development and a wide variety of civic and institutional projects. Sitzler is now an integral part of the psyche of the Territory landscape. Everywhere you look, from the iconic Ayers Rock in the Red Centre to the Darwin Cove waterfront, the magnificent new Darwin Convention Centre and its cousin, a strikingly spectacular Alice Springs Convention Centre. Sitzler is well known for the big landmark projects, but Sitzler are also responsible for the everyday excellence in construction that makes this a great place to live. Projects like the Darwin Soccer Stadium, Alice Springs Casuarina and Katherine swimming pools, the Palmerston Civic Centre, the NT Housing Commission building. In Katherine, the NT Government Centre building and Katherine Hospital incorporating state-of-the-art facilities and a fresh tropical design, all designed and constructed by Sitzler. In the centre of Australia, Alice Springs has to all intensive purposes been built by Sitzler. The very popular Araluen Art Centre, the famous Strello Museum, and the state-of-the-art iconic Impaja television digital broadcast facility. The town's churches, its shopping centres, its public facilities, its education facilities, its infrastructure and many other parts of the town facilities. Along with the exciting Kings Canyon Resort and Ayers Rock Resort, these are all examples of Sitzler excellence. They demonstrate the special care required for construction in remote sensitive environments. In Darwin, Sitzler has also made a significant mark on the city. Landmark projects include the 220-room Seville Park Suites, now called Mantra, on the beautiful Esplanade, the award-winning Darwin Soccer Stadium and pitches, the innovative building facilities on the Casuarina and Palmerston campuses of the Charles Darwin University, or the many defence facilities around the region. These are all the work of Sitzler. Since the cyclone of 1974 nearly destroyed Darwin, Sitzler has been building whatever is necessary to keep Darwin thriving and growing into a modern tropical capital city. Sitzler is more than a builder. It is an employer of choice and a trainer of in excess of 80 apprentices that now have satisfying careers within the Australian construction industry. A key credential of the business is it being the first NT-based business to receive Federal Safety Accreditation in the Northern Territory in 2007, the highest standard OHS accreditation scheme run in Australia by the federal government. As well as build, Sitzler built, commissioned and owned the Woolworths Oasis shopping centres in Katherine and Palmerston, and the Katherine Government Centre, and built the new Nightcliff Shopping Centre. Sitzler has a reputation for delivering quality work on time and on budget. They do this by employing the very latest construction techniques and computer design technology. This cutting-edge approach to business is backed by an experienced and skilled team of workers who know the intricacies of getting the job done in the extreme Territory climate. Sitzler is the leader in fast-tracking large projects in the north. They have the capacity to get the job done. Simply, they do what they say they will do and do it on time. Sitzler now incorporates its Adelaide operations into its business model, serving as a source of skilled labour resource, suppliers networks, and adopts its state-of-the-art IT management system to allow it to use resources in Adelaide, for example, on projects in the top end.
Well, I guess one of the key things that's fundamental to this business are the principles that Peter and Paul instilled in the business when they kicked it off, and it's something that is very close to the heart for a lot of our senior employees as well. We've got numbers of people that are in excess of 20 years now, and they've worked with Peter and Paul. The values that the company started with, we retain. And I think one of our greatest strengths is we have a mix of staff that are very passionate about what they do, but they're also passionate about how they do it and the values that they hold true and how they deal with people. The ability to be able to make a commitment and have that commitment honoured is very important. Very difficult to do these days because in most companies the hierarchy doesn't necessarily make that easy to achieve. But it's one of the things that certainly Michael and I are very strong on, that if our people make a commitment, then the company will honour it. And we do that, and I think that gives them a lot of satisfaction in how they can interact with the company and how they can represent it.
Today, Sitzler is one of the largest privately owned construction businesses in the Northern Territory. Sitzler has a proven track record of successfully delivering on small, medium and large-scale projects spanning over half a century, from Darwin through Alice Springs to Adelaide.